welcome to Let's Talk with Parul. You've seen their videos, dancing, skiing in saris, looking as graceful and beautiful as the garment itself. And today we'll be meeting the amazing women behind some of the viral videos that are redefining the way we're looking at sari wearing. Generations of clothes snobbery, as I call it, may have shifted allegiance of many towards other attire, glamorized by glossy magazines and also social media. But let's face it, a simple, elegant sari can give all of that a run for its money. And it takes one video, like Divya's or Lakshmi's, to make you wonder how you could have ever thought of a sari as a fussy or inconvenient thing to wear. So, with a big thank you to you all for creating these videos, let me introduce our guests for today. Joining us from across the oceans and time zones is our sari, Divya Maya. Divya is a digital product manager at Best Buy in Minnesota, USA. And she's also breaking cultural barriers as the co-founder and executive director of SAAT, South Asian Arts and Theatre House. Thank you so much for joining us, Divya.
Thank you so much for having me, Parul. I'm very excited to be here.
So are we. And then, of course, we have the fabulous group from the Indian Ethnic Co. And leading them is Lakshmi Desai. She's the co-founder of the organization. She's an entrepreneur and dancer in equal parts, as she describes herself. And let's meet the entire group. Ladies, please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Lakshmi, and my mom and I co-founded this brand. Hi, I'm Twara. I'm Lakshmi's sister. And hi, I'm Charvi, and I'm their childhood friend.
Apurva, and we all have been learning Odissi since we were 6. That's how we know each other.
Fabulous. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We're so glad to be here.
No, absolutely. It's very exciting because, like I said, there are some conversations which just get left out here and there. And something about saris is so universal. All of us love our saris. We might, of course, keep it for special occasions. We might say, okay, I really can't manage it on an everyday basis. But when we see videos like yours, everybody gets to think, why could I not do that? We've seen so many others. We've seen hooping, we've seen backflips, we've seen Divya's ski video. Divya, let's start with you, in fact. Skiing in a sari, in a dhoti. In fact, you know what? Let me just play the video for everyone so that we can all see exactly what you were up to. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm just playing around with the now. Divya, we all need to know the story behind this skiing in a dhoti. So what was going on?
That was just an impromptu thing that we like. So I live in Minneapolis in USA, and I have been skiing for around close to 7-8 years. And I'm originally from Bangalore, and I moved here, and just Minnesota is such a cold place, and it snows all the time. It's very cold, and it is cold and snowy for at least 5 months in a year. And if you don't pick up a winter sport, and I love outdoors. My partner loves outdoors, so if we don't pick up winter sports, there's nothing to do for the 5 months here. So skiing was our way out, and I saw one of the videos of the influencer Masu, and she was in a sari in Alps, and a lot of my friends tagged me in that video saying, why are you not doing this? Because they see me skiing all the time. And I'm like, yeah, why not? And just packed the sari in my backpack, just went up the mountain and ski down. It was just second nature to me because I've been skiing so much. So what I'm wearing didn't matter so much. It was just for, it was a lot of fun. And it's just, for me, sari is special because I've been watching my mom, go to work. Every day she would dress up and go to work in a sari. So it is very special. And of course, we reserve it for special occasions. But Being crazy couple as we are, we just, somebody challenges us to do something, we're like, yeah, let's do it. As long as we can do it. Yeah.
Right. What I noticed was that I need my sari pinned in 3 places. You don't seem to have pinned yourself. Did you?
I actually had one pin just for my pallu, but yeah, there was no. It was freezing cold, so I took my sari in my backpack and went to the top on the ski lift, and I draped my sari on the hill when it was really cold. So really didn't think of how perfect it's looking or anything. Just I just wanted to drape it and ski down. So I just had one pin.
Amazing. Listen, that itself calls for applause. But tell me, so it didn't get in the way or anything? It didn't trip you up or nothing? Everything went okay, obviously, but we
No,
saw the.
I don't think I would suggest people who are learning how to ski to like wear sari and go skiing. I definitely wouldn't say that it's an attire for skiing. But since I've been doing it and I've also been wearing sari, so I feel comfortable in both. So I don't think it wasn't a problem for me. And if things go wrong, it really can go wrong. So happy it didn't.
It looked beautiful, especially when you're whizzing down the slopes and your the palla part of it is just flowing. How beautiful that looks!
Thank you. That was actually my sister-in-law's idea. If you see in one of the videos, she's actually skiing behind with all our jacket, holding on to all our jackets. So it's her idea to just make it fly.
Who was shooting you? Who was taking the film?
My husband is shooting me. He's skiing right behind me and shooting for that pallu one.
Right. Well, that's the magic shot. So that
we have a group of friends who go skiing all the time. So we had like a couple of angles just because there were people.
Right. Yeah. Well, Lekhini, tell us about your story now. I mean, we've heard Divya's fabulous story. And I'd love to know from you guys as to, how did you think of choreographing these sequences? And okay, first let me play your videos. Let's get the audience to see that. So I think what I will do is put you there and play this because this is
और कोई न हो पिछवाड़े में चाप तवा के थाड़ी रही हो तू आड़े में आधी रात जब चांद ढली और कोई न हो पिछवाड़े में चाप दबा के थाड़ी रही हो तू आड़े में मिन्नत करे ना मानियो पैया पड़े ना मानियो.
That was beautiful.
So I can make out you guys are all ready to get up and dance right now. The music started. You could see them all, tapping. And they were just, give them 2 seconds and they would have been up and about dancing and showing their moves.
It's such a natural response. Yeah. Like it's so natural that we just
get up and move.
Yeah.
So tell me now, how did this start? You guys have saris as part of your product portfolio. So do a number of people, thousands of people who are into the garments business. They do, and you guys are dancing and showcasing them. You're choreographing the most beautiful sequences. All of you are coordinated in gorgeous colors, like you are right now. So how did that come about?
So how it all started was that, we as a clothing brand, saris was not something that we were known for. And, we wanted to launch this as a category for a very, very long time. And, we were known for our breezy kurtas, comfortable kurtas and our fabrics and our jewelry. And the brand has always been about showcasing, real women. We do not like using models because it's always my sister and I who are modeling and going down in our backyard and clicking photos from our iPhone, and that's how we've been doing all the photography for so long, because I think that makes the brand so much more relatable than just using models that people feel that she's beautiful, but that's not me, that's not how I look.
That's not my body type. I mean, body type has a huge thing to do with it. Yeah.
Exactly, and which is why when we launched saris, I have my friends. I was like, if we are launching saris, and I have to call my friends because I think we are just so beautiful together. We have so much of fun, and I think that would just reflect so well, in terms of the photos and how it would look, on social media. And hence, randomly I just happened to call them, and we were shooting, and dance is so second nature to us that that we thought that we should, why not, it's dance, this brand, and why not combine both of them and show what we do best. So, and in fact my dad has been behind me, that he believes that scarcity is the mother of inventions.
Okay.
And he's so thrifty, and he loves he loves using what best you have with yourself at that time and making something beautiful. And he was like, no one is doing this, why aren't you using your talent and the brand and channelizing it and showcasing that? But before we did not have the resources, etc., because we were shooting down in our backyard, and again going down up, and it was so hot, and we just happened to have our studio made only recently in the lockdown. And when these girls came over for the photo shoot, we were like, we had not choreographed anything. It was so spontaneous. We were like, let's decide which song do we want to do. Yeah, we decided the song in literally 15 seconds. And we were like, Kangna Re is beautiful. And we just like got together, we huddled up in the midst of the shoot, and we just kind of did some steps, and we set the tripod, and we just did it. And the first reel that we put up, and in fact, reels was really trending at that moment.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We thought, why not just shoot it in a reel format and let's just try. And
Yeah.
the moment we put it up, the first reel hit like a 1 million.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh my God, like, people are loving this.
Yeah.
And the feedback we received was,
So positive.
It was so positive.
Yeah.
It's how simple, you guys have made the sari look, and you are dancing so effortlessly and, gracefully in a sari. That kind of, energized us, and then, it was, and it became a tool for us to kind of not only market, but showcase what we do best.
No, and it's worked awesome. I'm going to play one more video because I have some more questions. I can't stop watching these dances, though, I have to tell you. So, one more. Okay, let me just try and change the layout first.
हौसले पे लिपा के ओ पलम तोड़ दे भरम छोड़ दे घबराना बजाए तू दूर से होने क्या
के कमरिया
So, there's a reason why I played this, because this is like, a very popular Bollywood number, so they all. But you guys have really, kept the grace and the beauty of dance movement, of the attire you're wearing, and not indulged in latkas, jhatkas, those typical Bollywood moves. It's the whole thing has just been done very gracefully. So I wanted to ask you about that. Who does the choreography? How long do you guys take to rehearse? And how does it work?
So honestly, it's a group effort, because we all are, more than walking, dancing is what comes to us, and we've been together since we were 6. So it's so natural, I mean, we always get together, and whatever we feel, goes with that movement, we just like, do it, and
we just
So
have
we
a
usually
very-
have to meet for like a couple of hours or like
Sure.
2-3 hours. But like the process takes that much time, because like not every time we can just come up with the steps. But like there's one moment we just get up, and then we're like, oh, this goes and the choreography just
it's
flows.
like an aha moment. And
Yeah.
for that, we need like food, talk, time pass to fuel us to come to that aha moment.
Yeah.
But in terms of practice, we usually don't practice so much because we don't want it to look
Yeah,
too
too
rehearsed.
rehearsed.
Yeah.
But you managed to stay in sync. My God, 4 or 5 of you,
That's
and then
what.
these are not complicated. I mean, they're not easy steps. They're like rather energetic, and to a layperson like me, they seem complicated also. So the same question I asked Divya: Are you pinned up in like 1,000 places?
So we actually can't use safety pins because the sari would tear then.
Ah,
We use
yeah.
sari pins only
On the pallu
on the blouse.
to attach it with
Yeah.
the blouse.
Or otherwise we tie it
Right.
around like you've seen in the first video.
Yeah.
Without
Right.
that is without any pins.
And in any
Expert. That is expert level. So I'm just reading some of the comments. Nishin Amrita Sinha says, sari is a second skin to me. So good to see the younger generation feeling comfortable in it. I totally agree. We've got Kriti who says, I've hardly been comfortable wearing a sari, but seeing your videos makes me wonder why not? I will definitely wear it more often. And yes, of course, we have a whole lot of people celebrating you. You rock. And yeah, lots of highs and hellos coming in. So please keep the comments coming in. We've got a whole lot of questions for these ladies over here. Okay, here's another one. Payal says, you all have brought sari so much in life. Still, I find people get very conscious when they wear and go to malls or restaurants as if they're looking like aunties, but has such fantastic grace. Loved it. Hats off. Okay, so this brings me to...
Thank you.
Go ahead, Lekni, please. You were saying something.
No, I mean, this makes us so happy because, that's exactly what we want to show. I mean, if you can dance in a sari, I mean, you can do anything.
You
I
can.
mean, Yeah, it's just about going there and wearing a sari and just doing what you want to do, just like Divya has done. I mean, that's crazy.
So Divya, there is a lot more that you are working on as far as bringing in traditions and cultures together. And tell us something about that, because I have that wonderful video you sent me. I will play it, but let's get a little bit of context across to the audience first. Tell us about Saath.
Sure.
How you refer to it also?
What?
Is that also how you refer to it, as Saath, or is it just an acronym?
Yeah, it is Saath, and it was recently we rebranded to call it Saath because Saath means togetherness as well. So I am a co-founder of a non-profit organization here called South Asian Arts and Theatre House, and we use South Asian art and dance. Especially, I'm also a dancer, by the way, so I'm so excited to be here with you. Yeah, and I started this as again passion project for me because I wanted to dance, and I didn't know a lot of people here when I moved here. So I just wanted to create a community where everybody could meet together and form this group where we can all dance together, right? So that's how it started, and then it just became bigger and bigger, and it just gave a little more purpose to what I had started, because we in United States, especially in like a smaller not very popular places where there are a lot of Indians, right? Minnesota is still a smaller Indian population. So here non-Indians don't get to see a lot of Bollywood dance or South Indian or any other, South Asian cultural dance forms. So that's how it started. And I started teaching with two of my friends initially. And it's like a big group of like around 200-300 people now, and we do big dance productions, and this is how we break cultural barriers and bring the essence of Indian dancing to a broader audience, to a wider audience, which generally they don't tend to see it, right? So in terms of clothing and jewelry and the colors and all that we bring to stage every year. Unfortunately, we didn't do it last year with COVID, but every year we do a big show with like 100 people on stage with all age groups, all ethnicities, all sexual identities, orientation, and everyone just come together, and we do a big storytelling. Like it's exactly like a Bollywood movie, but on live theater. So we try to do that every year, and that's how it's been going. And just I love dancing too, and I love meeting people. So this has been my small. It started off small. It's become a big organization where we do like a lot of fundraising and keeping up with the logistical stuff as well.
Wow.
You know what? Let's get a glimpse of the last show that you did. Is that the one that?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to put that.
I've come so far from where I began. Miss the sound of the waves, the breeze on the skin. Wish that I could be back in my homeland, singing. Show me the road, and I'll be right there.
Wow. Amazing. Well, good.
Fabulous.
you.
Like you said, I mean, they're people of all nationalities, gender, age group, everything just, coming together.
Yeah.
So tell me, how do people who are not accustomed to a sari, how do they take to it as in, do they consider it fancy dress or something, or can they normalize it the way we have?
I think there's a huge conversation around, cultural appropriation versus
Exactly what
appreciation.
I'm asking. Yes.
So it's very because they're a part of the group. We are a part of the same community, and we are introducing all this to the broader community. It doesn't feel like appropriation because we are also like, it's almost like you have a permission to wear this sort of thing, right? So it is understood what the importance of this outfit or jewelry and everything is very understood, and because we are in this cultural melting pot and we're all together and we see each other and we learn from each other, it's very essential for us to learn from I moving here as an immigrant, and it's my responsibility to also like understand a Minnesotan culture, right? So it brings about that understanding. So it doesn't feel like cultural appropriation, according to me.
No, certainly when, like you put it, when it's a sort of assimilation of cultures more than anything
Yes.
else. And
Yes.
I think your friends, your group seem to have taken to it really, really well. Look at the energy
Yeah.
and enthusiasm.
And it's one more thing is it's not like we just meet and dance. We are also like, we're close knit group and we're like family. And even though we're coming from different backgrounds, it feels like a family, which is why it feels so comfortable. Also, my sister-in-law is also, white Minnesotan too. So it's been, and she and I always, especially for TikTok, we always wear like Indian traditional outfits and make videos. So it is fun. Also, it is very there is a sense of appreciation for culture.
Fabulous. Really great job that you're doing there. I think everybody is going to be appreciating that. We're getting a lot of those comments as well. Okay, so back to you girls. I just, so the point, you're all very young. So the point I wanted to bring forth is, again, this whole generational shift of attire, or even being attracted to a certain kind of attire. And yeah, we do know that there is a younger generation who's not quite sure of saris and they're a little hesitant to wear it. What have you seen? What do you think? Does this clothes snobbery that has come in over time, over generations, is it really prevalent, or is it just something we all like to talk about? In your view, how does the younger generation perceive sari wearing, and what would you like to say? What is your messaging to this audience?
I think Twara, she's the youngest in the group. She's
Twara,
20.
go for it.
So what I personally feel is that we all really want to wear a sari, but we think it's a hassle.
Yeah.
And we have to wear it on special occasions. We can't wear it every day. But yeah, I think everyone's really excited about wearing a sari and how the sari, looks and all. But after doing like all these dances and shoots, I'm like, oh my god, I think wearing a sari is like, easier than even wearing jeans, because jeans like they are so tight, and in this hot weather you can't wear. But these cotton saris, I feel very comfortable in saris now. So yeah, I think for the younger generation, it's just about maybe they're so influenced and used to watching influencers wearing.
Right.
And I think it's only the influencers who can really drive the message to them.
True.
Or maybe I think we are also doing our bit in kind of motivating that generation, because I have seen so many of my friends, they're like, how do you guys, how do you even walk in a sari?
Yeah.
So to them, I would just say it's about just wearing a sari and trying it for yourself rather than, judging it before trying. And it's not really only for special occasions. And I think for this, the influencers would really, really help to drive the message to.
I think even
the
if
younger
they
generation.
like show a tutorial of how to wear drape the sari so that you can comfortably walk in it,
Yeah.
that will also help a lot. Because usually people, wear it in a way that they can't really move their legs
Like
a lot.
too tight.
Yeah. So like if they know the right drape, they'll come to know that, it's actually a very comfortable attire.
So you guys should do one of that also. The top 5 mistakes to avoid when tying a sari.
I would say
Because-
that as a group has made sari even Divya is like, wow, the thing she did in a sari was the coolest. But even we as a group in India also, like in our age group, now saris are like so look up to. Now everyone on social
Yeah.
media are shooting dances in a sari. So I think we have really,
Yes.
inspired them in some way that even they are trying to dance in a
For
sari.
sure.
Now
For
it's like
sure.
and like a wave just happening. So we are happy, we are doing our part in making it look like saris are so easy to do.
Yeah.
It's not only the comfort and convenience of wearing a sari, that of course is a huge part of it. There's also a lot to do with the appreciation of the craft itself. Because
Correct.
saris are not just one type. I mean, my God, how many zillions? You would know better. You'd be able to actually tell me more details about the weave, the handloom, the fabric, the design, the way it's been put together. It takes craftsmen months sometimes to put together one of those, gorgeous pieces. So I really feel that, that is something which I would love for everybody. Forget, one generation over the other. It's across all generations. That's an appreciation which definitely needs to come.
And
I
the fact that sari as a clothing choice is so sustainable. I mean, just vis-a-vis a fast fashion product which you wear for a couple of months and throw. Imagine the kind of ecological burden it puts on the environment. Vis-a-vis a sari which is made by artisans. So you are not only fueling their income, as opposed to a fast fashion which is everything is machine made. The products are made from synthetic fibers. The sari will last you. It lasts you a generation, and you can wear it.
and further, they're heirloom pieces at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's such a sustainable choice of clothing to wear.
Absolutely. Divya, what's in your wardrobe? What does your sari portfolio look like?
I am I've got this from my mom. My mom, we come from a very, lower middle class family, and she would save up all her, for one sari a year. And that one sari was a Mysore silk sari. So she's a collector of Mysore silk saris. And so I have kind of picked up that thing from her. So she obviously over the years collected so much, and I think I have started doing that, watching her, and Mysore silk is my absolute favorite. And recently I've started loving cotton saris a lot more, because I've been trying to get those pieces of different cotton handloom. So I've been loving that.
Right. No, it's a lot to do with what you're exposed to. My mom's from Calcutta, and I love, what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah,
It's
I love that.
with whirly work and, those motifs, the whirly motifs. I love dhakais. I love those muslin silks and all. So it has a lot to do with, what you're exposed to the
Correct.
most. Yeah, absolutely. So do you see that happening, Lakshmi? Do you see people actually recognizing more of the kind of craft that is there in a sari rather than just, a glamorous outfit or something?
I think it's got, again, as you said, it's got a lot to do with the kind of exposure that they already have. So I think pinpointing crafts is still, tough. But the more popular crafts like a bandhani are more recognized because, it's so much more exposed and known. to more people compared to an Ajrak or a Bagru, or maybe they've seen it but they don't know. Actually, the thing is that people cannot even differentiate whether it's hand block printed or screen printed, or
Yeah.
Correct.
the understanding, etc. is a slight of a challenge. And I
Right.
think people who have that, the people who have that taste cultivated can recognize that better than people who
I
don't.
agree. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Divya, what next? What next big adventure lies in the sari?
I have decided I'm going to pack a sari everywhere I go. We travel a lot, so all my photo shoots. Even before this, we did a 14-mile hike somewhere in Montana, and for our anniversary, and we both carried our traditional outfits and went on top of the mountain, and then we did a photo shoot for that. So, and I remember going to Iceland like few years ago and thinking that, oh my God, I wish I had a sari for this beautiful place. It would just make this whole photo shoot or like pictures so much better. So from then on, I've always thought, okay, I'm just going to carry it everywhere just in case, might need it.
Sounds like a plan. And what about the Indian ethnic co? What's ahead, lying ahead? What are your the next big plan apart from the choreographies? Of course, please don't stop those. Those are gorgeous. Just keep those coming.
So our plan is to kind of focus more on the different crafts of the saris that India has to offer. We want to focus more. So currently we are doing a very limited number of silks and more in cotton, but we want to explore the different types of silks, and I want Indian Ethnic Co to be a one-stop shop for all the kind of crafts that you can see in a sari. Right from handloom to a hand block print to a natural dye. So it can be like a sari encyclopedia for sari.
How lovely would that be? Absolutely. We do. It's always nice to learn something more. I think I'm a part of some of these sari groups on Facebook, and every time somebody posts, I think I just learn about a new kind of sari or some different story, some different aspect of how saris have impacted people's lives. So yeah, please, that would be really wonderful, because I think there's so much that we don't even know about. It'll be great to get a little insight into that. So I'm just going to, go around again. And as we close, I'd just like you to give me one line about what saris mean to you. Divya, let's start with you.
I don't know if I can say it in one line, but for me, I think I want sari to have its place, but I also don't sari has a lot of personal stories and the reasons why you love it. But I also don't want all of us to hold it in a very high pedestal, saying that this is the most cultural way of wearing, and shame on other clothing. I just want women to be safe and comfortable and be appreciated in anything that they wear, be it sari or be it anything else. I want sari to have that equal status as everything.
Very fabulously put. I mean, that's reverse clothes snobbery then. It really is. I agree with you totally.
No snobbery for any clothing ever.
No snobbery.
Yeah.
You're so right about that. Sometimes we do take things, to the other extreme and say, okay, this is it. And we know some designers have done that, and that reverse snobbery or whatever you call it, cultural shaming that is put into place does not make sense either. So well said, Divya. Lekhini, you, what is it? All of you actually. Twara, let's start with you since you're the youngest.
Okay. So what I feel is, I don't know, it was when I started wearing saris, it was very eye-opening for me that, oh my God, it can be so simple. So for me, it's that sari is something, it's wearable, every day you can wear it. It's okay, I can't go to college wearing a sari because people will be like, why are you wearing this? But yeah, at some point it should be like a salwar kurta. It should be like a normal. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Sure.
I think for me, personally, I feel the most comfortable in saris, and I also feel like my body type is just meant for saris sometimes. I feel it's this sense of feeling like it's my skin. And when I found that, it became so special for me. And in a way, it's this sense of groundedness and comfort and this connection to my culture, which I feel like somewhere in the middle I personally had lost. So it was like this way back home almost. So it's quite emotional, like my connection with the sari especially. And yeah, I totally agree with Twara. I think like normalizing it is something that I've been saying. Like I've said this in my family that I could wear this every day. And they looked at me and they went like, what? Like you're 20, 21, 22 when I said that. And you're like, why would you do that? So I think for me, it's just like this garment that I can eat, sleep, breathe, jump, anything in.
Awesome, Charvi. Lakshmi? Okay, Apurva?
Okay, I think I fell in love with saris when I was like a kid, and it was the first time we were introduced to a sari. So thanks to Odyssey and classical training, we used to wear these cotton ikat saris. So that was the first time I fell in love with ikat. Oh my god!
So gorgeous, yeah.
Thanks to my Odyssey, the Odyssey costumes, I started loving and appreciating this ikat, like silk cotton. Oh my god, it is so beautiful. And then my mother is also like a collector of saris. So she used to always educate me. This is Chanderi, this is Kanjivaram, like Mysore silk is one of my favorites. Then, nowadays, if you ask me, my favorite is Bandhani. But, like, I've been always I think dance has brought me closer to sari. And it was such a cool thing. Like, if you see, like, we, like, young kids doing Odyssey in saris without being uncomfortable. So that was when I came very close to sari, and I started appreciating the art, the cultural heritage, which like so many types of saris they bring in. So I think that was very interesting for me to connect them. So.
That's a great foundation. I think that's a great way, and a lot of young children, young girls must be going through the same thing, being part of, say, dance or any kind of classical traditions from the beginning. That must be putting them in touch with much more culture. So yeah, that's a great way. Lakshmi?
For me, I think sari is the most warm and welcoming clothing. You might not fit into a kurta, or you might not fit into clothing, but sari is something that will never, it never makes you doubt how beautiful you are, because you will just look good in it however you are, tall, short, whatever people would like to call their body types as. It never makes you feel bad about yourself. It just makes you feel beautiful, because that's how it is. It's so warm as a garment. So that's what it is for me.
That's so true. That a sari will never make you feel bad about yourself. That's really awesome. And I think that's also the perfect note to wrap this session up. And I'd love to go on and on talking to you, but there is a time constraint that we have. So I will wrap it up now, but I have to say a big thank you to all of you for joining us,
Thank you
for videos you create, for sharing all your tips, your perspectives, your viewpoints. And I think the audience has enjoyed it as much as I have. So thank you, Divya. Thank you. Let me get all the names right. Twara, Charvi, Lakshmi, and Apurva. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.